It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Utah Jazz. Well, for Utah, a strong stretch of play for this team, winning 6 of their last 7. They're playing at a high level, no lack of confidence going into tonight's game. Tonight, a chance to check out DJ and see what he can do on the floor. Guys, we all know the story of why he got the nickname DJ. With that said, what do you think of it?
Well, I'm the expert analyst on nicknames since I've had close to 30 in my lifetime. I grade his nickname to be B+.
What kept it from being an A-?
He needs a little more flavor.
All right, Kenny?
Well, not all nicknames have to be flashy, but he's the disc jockey. He's the one in control. So that's why I called him the DJ, because he's the one in control of all the music, and he gets the party started right. Get that party started right, Shaq. Get it right. He's the DJ. Hey, DJ's in the house.
Salt Lake City, Utah, fully illuminated tonight as we get a look at our broadcast setting from the skies high above. 2 teams, 2 conferences. It's a road game for the Bulls in this one. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Utah. They've been picking up some steam, and if they can play this well all season, they'll be in excellent shape.
And seeing where Utah is, and I'll tell you, this has been a surprise how they started the year. Obviously, whatever adjustments they made in the offseason, definitely working out for them so far.
You know, Greg, I like to see a team come out of the gate strong, right? Their chemistry has been absolutely sensational.
And of course, Doris, it's early, but for teams with a lot of new faces, how long should it reasonably take for everything to start to come together?
Well, I think obviously some of that is contingent on, one, do you have your health at the starter? Are there any minutes restrictions on players who might have had some off-season surgeries? There are so many things that go into how quickly a team can come together. Have you added significant pieces that will affect and take time to incorporate them into the system? But usually, Kevin, I would say by about Christmas is when teams start to get real about now we need to be all about chemistry and building momentum as we kind of march toward that All-Star break.
And Doris, they always kind of look at games. The Jazz with some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Joe Ingles, and it's Mitchell in for Hood. The Bulls also changing it up. Portis, he's checked in for Felicio. Markkanen comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And it's Brown in for Jaren Grant.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. He's getting around 16 points a game, 14 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
I think defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed, Greg. And that's why he's his team's leading scorer.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And a major renovation completed by the Jazz at the team's expense, over $110 million, Doris, to bring this 25-year-old facility up to date.
Well, everyone will benefit, right? New locker rooms for the players, better seating and suites for the fans, a new outdoor atrium that includes a solar roof. Even those who can't get into the game benefit. Large screens will broadcast the game to fans who are in the outdoor plaza. How cool is that?
2 points, that one goes.
Wow, that's tough finish right there. I mean, that's very good defense, just better offense by Rubio.
Brown kicks to Mirotic. The feed to Levine. With the floater, Gobert with the block.
An intimidating force who continues to wipe away shots with ease. Go to work, Rudy Gobert.
Mitchell dishes to Johnson. Rubio in the corner. 5 on the clock. Elbow shot. A shot by Johnson, no good. Utah comes into this one after the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
I think, Greg, everyone played their role so well, and I loved how aggressive the guys off the bench were in that one.
And the Bulls with another miss.
Now, great look on that, just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now. I'll tell you, good work to pound it down low and finish in tight.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Brown. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Ricky Rubio picks one up. Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. No good on the free throw. The Jazz making a switch here. Burks is checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Denzel Valentine comes in for Mirotic. And Wells is subbed in for Levine. Utah leading. Johnson kicks to Cephalosha. Down low. Here's Gobert. And it's off the back rim. No good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
They get the rebound. Wells. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
In the passion of Wells, admirable. I mean, he plays with that burning fire inside of him. I just love his spirit.
The first one falls. That one is no good. Doors with every team now having shooters who can space the floor is such an important part of their offense. Who are some of the best players at taking advantage of that with the dribble drive?
Well, there's certain guys who you sit there and say, there's no way I'd ever want to be a lone defender in transition trying to deal with the ferocity of a Russell Westbrook drive, the absolute majesty of Kyrie Irving's handle, the combination of strength and athleticism of LeBron James. I just want to tell those defenders, you better step back, boys, and get out of the way.
You know, you make such a great point. As much as I admire the three-point shooting of Steph, of Clay, and majesty of LeBron. The dribbling ability of Kyrie Irving, to me, is absolutely jaw-dropping.
This guy does not have explosive athleticism. It's a product of clearly somebody who has always had the basketball in his hands. It's majesty in motion.
Charity stripe shot. Johnson, good. Johnson's got his first basket of the night.
Well, Kevin, we know Joe Johnson is a dynamite scorer from the mid-range. You better stay attached to him in that area.
Now here's Brown. Defense is right there. Portis kicks to Markkanen. The screen from Brown. Markkanen with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Good.
Hey, look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block. It imposes his will.
Mitchell kicks to Gobert. On the wing, Sefolosha. Now the dish to Gobert. Pass to Mitchell. Johnson right side. And there's the pass to Mitchell. Offensive rebound. And again, Joe Johnson. And the Jazz lead by 3.
Well, Johnson isn't just an outside shooter. This guy is a versatile, talented scorer in the paint.
Wells passes to Markkanen. The screen from Brown. Markkanen kicks to Valentine. There's the pick. Wells wide open. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
I love watching Wells pull up from beyond the arc. A remarkable scorer when given room to shoot.
Mitchell dishes to Gobert. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Brown kicks to Markkanen. Over Johnson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Now here is Sefolosha. He's guarded closely. Stolen by Markkanen. And here they come. Back to Brown. This one for 3. Gobert pulls it in.
The defense not doing its job there. Left him wide open, and I'm sure he's kicking himself for not cashing in.
Burks the pass to Mitchell. Gobert with a screen on Brown. Here's Mitchell. And there's the call on Easy Breezy. That's his first foul.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
Well, the aggressive attitude getting the best of him that time.
And Utah making a change here. Jerebko's checked in. Justin Holiday's checked in for Chicago. Here's Mitchell. He's covered by Brown. Johnson kicks to Jerebko. Nice ball movement by Utah. Kicks it out to Johnson. Over to the left wing. Gobert with a screen on Brown.
Well, now you're going to have to tone down the level of aggressiveness on the defensive end. That's his second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
Utah shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts. Jazz leading by 11. The tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Hill and Hood in the backcourt. And it's Sefolosha in at the 3 slot. That's the group right now for Utah. Markkanen dishes to Brown. Tries from 16. Rebound, Utah. Rubio's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Pass to Sefolosha. Outside Favors. Here's Gobert. No good on that one. And it's Chicago the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, that was more than just a tough loss. That was a complete embarrassment.
Look, Greg, they simply didn't bring it. And that's one of those losses that you just have to throw away and forget about.
Utah has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter.
And you look back early in his career, Rudy Gobert, he kind of clogged things up just as much at the offensive end as he did defensively. And I tell you what, though, he's made significant strides, becoming much less of a liability on offense.
And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Bulls trail by 11. Brown outside. Favors knocks it away.
I think you want to see more of this from Derek Favors. You love to see him be aggressive and try to send shots back.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this scene.
And Gobert last season with career highs in field goal percentage and free throw percentage.
And he averaged double figures for the first time in his career. If you ask me, he'll be a walking double-double in this league for a long time.
This has been one of those nights where he's really struggled. The team hasn't, but he has.
Brown outside. Back to Mirotic. Offline with his 3.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Kicks to Sefolosha. He dishes it to Favors. Back to Sefolosha. Favors passes to Rubio. The 3 from Sefolosha. Favors. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Jazz lead by 10.
Well, that's the size of Derek Favors, allowing him to snag these boards. This guy, you've got to keep him off the offensive glass, Kevin.
Brown kicks to Mirotic. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Struggling to make shots this quarter and making it hard to catch up.
Rubio against Brown. And there's the call on Easy Breezy. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that 3rd foul.
Gobert the screen. And Rubio kicks to Hood. 6 on the shot clock. Off the screen. He squares up and sinks it. And it's a 12-point Utah lead.
Yeah, Rodney Hood not bashful about knifing into the teeth of the defense, given his quickness and length. Very comfortable operating down there.
Outside, Levine. Here's the screen. He hits Brown with the drive. And Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Sefolosha with it. Picked up by Brown. Favors dishes to Rubio. Over Levine. Rubio misses.
Oh, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
Mirotic, a screen on Hood. Off the pick. And Levine throws it down.
Boy, defensively, you want to take Levine out of his rhythm. That means no open lanes to the rack.
Brown against Rubio. Here's Favors. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. That's 10 points for Derek Favors.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Utah leading by 10. Good, the pass to Rubio. Gobert the screen. Rubio with a screen on Mirotic. And Favors kicks to Gobert. Out to Hood. Nice ball movement by Utah. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. He tries for 3, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And gets physical on the boards and just really pays for it with the over-the-back call.
Boy, he wanted that rebound. Didn't matter who was in his way. Doesn't get it, though.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Johnson comes in for Derek Favors. And so that brings the first half to a close. Jazz lead by 11. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too. They've missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. It's been a clinic out there by Derek Favors.
Yeah, the rebounding particularly.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Jerebko's checked in for Favors. Johnson comes in for Joe Ingles. Burks, he's checked in for Rodney Hood. And it's Mitchell in for Ricky Rubio. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Portis, he's checked in for Felicio. Markkanen comes in for Mirotic. Justin Holiday's checked in for Quincy Pondexter. And it's Brown in for Jaren Grant. Taking a look at the Bulls, they've got Portis. Levine is out there with Brown. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Holiday in at the small forward position.
I'm a big fan of how Markkanen runs the floor. He's got tremendous mobility, and he knows how to create angles for the pass.
Now Jerebko feeds it to Gobert. Terrific design on the pick play. He lays it in. Gobert's got 5 points in the quarter.
Shakes his man by using exceptional use of the screen. I mean, from there, it's smooth sailing.
Brown dishes to Markkanen. And here's Levine. He's got 7. They set the screen. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And certainly while the injury for Zach LaVine and his ACL was devastating, Greg, it's good to see him back on the court, and he seems to be on track to making a full recovery.
And Kevin, still amazing to me to see just how far the medical community has come in terms of treating ACL injuries. LaVine is such an athletic monster. To lose even a little burst would have been huge. Fortunately, though, with modern medicine, it's going to allow this guy to make the most of his potential still.
Gobert with a screen on Brown. Hood for 3. They get it back, and it's good. 2 points. 9 points for Rudy Gobert.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now here's Brown. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Portis kicks to Levine. The screen from Brown. Markkanen sets the pick for Levine. Great D that time from Hood.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them. Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
Here's Brown. Gobert with the block. Hood against Brown. Took him no time at all on that one. Hood's got 4 points in the quarter.
Rodney Hood just exposing the defense right now. If you lay off this guy, he's going to torch you with the pull-up jumper.
And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Jazz.
And no doubt they relied upon that three-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. That's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
Brown inside, goodbye Hood. And here's the fast break. Sapolosha leading the way. At the top of the key, Hood. And it comes off the front of the rim.
They're not going to get away with many mistakes like that on the defensive end. You got to get out on him right there.
Here's Wells. And again, Chicago, no good. Jazz leading by 21. Hood kicks to Johnson. Here's Gobert, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you look at the physique of Rudy Gobert, it's clear he's putting on more and more muscle. He's now over 250 pounds. The key is not just for holding position, but holding up physically in the rigors of the NBA.
Good on the second free throw. And for Gobert, whose offensive game is mostly comprised, Doris, of dunks and layups, adding that strength has got to be critical, wouldn't you say?
Oh, no doubt, Kev. We see his field goal percentage steadily climbing since his rookie season, and I think strength has a big impact on your ability to be one of the best finishers in the league. What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
Here's Mitchell. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Gobert, the pass to Hood. Wells with the steal. From deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And how about Wells there with the pull-up? I just love the rhythm with which he shoots the basketball off the dribble.
Outside Hood. Back to Johnson. Sefolosha dishes to Gobert. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Gobert, the screen. 4 on the shot clock. Sefolosha misses. Bulls trail by 16. It's Brown with the drive. Passes it to Wells. They get it again. Portis uses the glass to finish the layup. Portis has got his second bucket.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Well, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Johnson outside. Hood against Brown. Hood kicks to Gobert. The 15-footer. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, I think he was forcing too many shots in the first half. Now the game's coming to him.
Here's Wells. Nailed from three-point land. Wells has got 17.
And when Wells gets hot, it's just fun to watch. A skilled offensive player who can flat out light it up.
Mitchell passes to Hood. Gobert with a screen on Brown. Hood dishes to Sefolosha. Second chance shot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
The gigantic frame of Rudy Gobert is a problem for the defense. Very hard to contest this guy without fouling.
We've seen him miss a couple from the line so far, going 2 for 4.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Valentine's checked in for the Bulls. Wells' shot is good.
Dominating this quarter. He's been absolutely fantastic shooting the ball, and they still trail.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Dishes to Mitchell. Gobert, the screen. From the line, Mitchell's shot is good.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
On the wing, Brown. Here's Wells. The shot's good. Brown making the play. That's now 22 points for Shammy Wells.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
And so it's the Utah Jazz holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Fred Hoiberg in a recent huddle with his players.
Keep fighting, fellas. All right, one possession at a time. All right, how are we going to do it? Take care of the ball. Make sure we're getting back in transition. A lot of game left. All right, we'll get it going here. We'll get it going.
Fred Hoiberg encouraging his players to live in the moment. Don't worry about the score right now. Just keep plowing ahead.
Great point. You can't undo what's already been done. Just deal with what you can control, which is the next possession.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Sefolosha is out there with Johnson. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Mitchell in at the shooting guard position. That's the group right now for Utah. Well, we all have hobbies outside basketball, Doris. You've said that one of your passions is cooking, and I know this personally. I have to ask, what's your best dish? What's your specialty?
You know, that might be too many to name, but if I were to pick just one, I would probably have to say my chicken tetrazzini is my children's favorite. Boy, I can throw down in the kitchen, Kevin.
Learn that from Mom? Did you just pick that up on your own? How'd you learn to be such a good cook?
You know, my daughter and I, that was one thing that sort of really bonded us. We would watch a little cooking show on TV, head to the kitchen, and try to reproduce it. So Sarah and I did some work.
Love that story.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
Utah calls timeout.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, I'd like to see them mix it up a little bit. You've got to keep the opposition off balance.
Different look for Utah. Favors comes in for Cephalosha. And Ricky. Utah with the ball. 22 is their biggest lead. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Hood against Holiday. Gobert with a screen on Holiday. Hood, the pass to Gobert, and he gets the bucket.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, it really was. They wanted this home win badly, and they went out and took it.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're down by 11. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And just trying to salvage anything at this point, even if it's just some momentum heading into the next one.
No, I think you're exactly right, Greg. You've got to take any positive you can get. You'd like to see them come together and build something, even if it's in a loss.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Rudy Gobert.
He's kept a lot of their possessions alive with his work on the offensive glass. You can't measure what that kind of effort means to a team. Not just in terms of the second chances those rebounds create, but also for the example it sets.
Coming into this game, he had been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Brown with it. He kicks to Markkanen. Brown outside. Drills the three-pointer.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the fourth, strictly from the perimeter.
Well, they've got the green light to pull the trigger from three, and I'll tell you, they've put it to good use here.
And so it's Utah with the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage.
What does that even mean? DJ, I sent you clips from tonight. Take a look at that follow-through. Details, mechanics. We'll talk about it in the morning.
2 years ago, I went 2 for 18 from the field. You think I stopped shooting? Nah, son. Dropped 36 the next night. And let this one slide. Even the great Shammy Watkins has an off night.
Yeah, but not often, though. Hey, shooters shoot.
What is he even talking about?
Just not.